Hello and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Reacts. Today we're checking out from the food theaters about another thing from TikTok, this pink sauce stuff. Let's hop in, Matt.
Guys, we have discovered the secret recipe for TikTok's famous pink sauce. It's perfect!
Matthew, I'm not feeling really well. Have you seen the Pepto?
So that's what that is?
Minty.
Pepto sauce? Oh, Matt! Why? It's just a giant bowl of Pepto. Oh!
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that stays fresh without refrigeration. Today we're looking at the latest viral food phenomenon, TikTok's infamous
Here
pink
we go.
sauce. This neon nosh has been sweeping the internet all summer, leaving the tickers, tweeters, grammars, and tubers all clamoring for a squeeze of the stuff, and then clamoring for the nearest toilet as the sauce arrives unprotected, spoiled, or exploded.
All of this false propaganda that's going on the internet, I'm just a victim of clout.
Victim of clout,
Well,
huh?
yeah,
well,
maybe
I'd
don't
rather be
buy
a victim of
this
clout
shit.
than a victim of botulism. For those of you who are unaware of what I'm talking about because you refuse to download TikTok in fear of our international corporate overlords, I mean,
I
in fear of
refuse
how
to
much you're
download
gonna
it
love
because
your
it's
time on the
terrible.
platform, the pink sauce is a condiment that was invented by the self-proclaimed flavor genie, Chef P, a private chef who somehow doesn't know what the letters FDA stand for.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products.
Who could have expected
Oh
that
my
the
God,
Food
this-
and Drug Administration would show interest in a potentially unsafe food? No one tell her. I'm sure she'll figure it out eventually. The food
Yeah,
that she's
in
trying so
prison.
unsuccessfully to defend here is this unholy concoction. Pink sauce. Basically, if you took Pepto-Bismol and put it into a squeeze bottle. One
Oh,
video of her
God.
slathering some fried chicken with the stuff blew up overnight thanks to its unnatural color. Suddenly, everybody wanted to know what this thing was. And you know what? They're still wondering, despite hundreds of bottles of it being shipped out because the packaging is absolutely riddled with errors. So while everyone in digital commentary
So
land is out here
potato.
telling you all the
Oh,
reasons
God.
that consuming the product is dangerous, which, let me be clear, it absolutely is, you should not buy this stuff and
Do not
definitely
buy
don't
the
consume
pink.
it. I'm here today to instead figure out the question that everyone seemed to skip in the process. What even is the pink sauce? And can you make it at home safely, thereby allowing you
Maybe.
to avoid paying $20 for this sampler of salmonella? We're just gonna use our noggin and everything we know about food science, which isn't a lot, to make pink sauce the safe at-home way.
Yeah.
All
Alright,
the virality
let's
of the
try
pink
this.
sauce minus one key ingredient, the actual viruses. In the past,
That's
we've
good.
managed to figure out KFC's secret recipes, so, I mean, how
Yep.
hard could this possibly
Lemon
be?
juice.
Well, off the bat, there's one key thing that separates the pink sauce from the KFC secret recipe, and that's the fact that, you know, KFC actually has a recipe. It's consistent. It's repeatable. Meanwhile, here's the first video of the pink sauce, and here's another, and another, one more, and this is how it looks today. The
And
color
that's it.
is different in literally
Oh.
every video posted about
It
the
is.
stuff.
Look
For a
at that.
sauce that is purely branded around its color, the color isn't even consistent. Heck, I wouldn't even call it pink anymore. Sometimes there are seeds in it,
Kind of
sometimes
sauce.
there's not. Sometimes you can see chili flakes, sometimes not. This stuff is never the same sauce twice. But I hear what you're saying. People already have the sauce. They have the label. That label has ingredients on it and nutrition information, right?
Maybe.
Well,
I can't tell you the ingredients that I used to make it pink, but it's pink.
no.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
you
okay.
do kind of have to
Soothe.
tell people the ingredients. Again, that is probably why the FDA wants to have a conversation with you.
Pink sauce has only been an official product since the 1st of July.
I'm gonna call bullshit on you.
You guys are judging a prototype.
Nothing like
Then you
beta
shouldn't
testing
be
your sketchy
selling
food
it.
product on the people who paid $20 a bottle for it. Okay, now to be fair, the bottles she's shipping out to
God.
people do actually have themselves a label and a sticker on the back of the bottle that says nutrition information. Then again,
Okay.
I can literally slap a sticker that says that onto anything and it doesn't necessarily make it true.
Yeah, true.
And in the case of pink sauce, if you
come
think
on.
that nutrition label is going to give us an accurate picture of
that's-
what's
that's
inside the
nice.
bottle, well, your stomach is going to be paying for that mistake. I won't go into this too much because this is territory that's already been covered by plenty of other channels, but the label
Oh,
on the
yeah.
back of this thing is so far from correct, it's
Don't eat the
almost
pink.
useless. For instance, the label says that there are 444 portions of the sauce inside of the bottle. 444. I mean, do I even need to go further than that? Have you ever
is
seen seen a food
Too
product
much.
with that many servings? The highest that I've
No.
ever seen is whipped cream, and that's only in the 70s. For almost any other condiment, a bottle of this size would usually contain between 30 and 40 servings based on a serving size of 1 tablespoon.
And
you
that's
can
it.
probably imagine that if they weren't able to get a basic number like that right, then things are really gonna fall apart once they start
It's like
doing
someone hit the
actual
full
math.
key
Like here,
one
where the
too
total
many
number of
times.
carbs doesn't equal the sum of the sugar and the fiber. It should be 15, but it's instead listed as 3. Or what about
What
here,
the-
where there's only 1 gram of fat listed, but supposedly there's more sunflower oil than honey inside this thing based on the order of its ingredients list, and sunflower oil is pure fat. So there's a gram of sunflower oil and less than a gram of all other ingredients here
Jeez,
per
what the
serving. I mean,
fuck
I
is
guess
this
if each
shit?
of the 400 servings is like the size of a raindrop, then sure, checks out. There are also very
Yeah,
few
maybe.
ingredients here that could provide shelf stability to the product, which is a big concern when you have a sizable amount of garlic and pitaya,
dragon
both
fruit.
products that are perishable.
Dragon
It's
fruit.
also notable that this sauce, in every video and every different shade of pink, always appears as a creamy sauce. It's opaque
Ugh.
and it has a similar consistency to honey mustard, ranch, or mayonnaise. And yet the ingredients
Hmm.
list on the package contains nothing that would create a sauce that looks like this. There's no
Be
mention
more
of dairy
watery, I
or egg
think.
products to be found that could serve as a binding agent that would give it this
Yeah, so it'd be
creamy
more
consistency.
watery.
Also, there's an ingredient here named
Vinegar.
We actually had to get
Vinegar? Oh, ad. Hold on. We're back.
this imported
Yeah.
some backwoods shed.
Really a specialty ingredient.
See what I mean? It just completely
Vinegar.
breaks down. At the end of the day, this isn't an ingredients list, it's a word scramble. So in our attempt to uncover the real pink sauce, we're first gonna make our best attempt based on reverse engineering the nutrition label here. And be aware I use the
okay.
heaviest of quotes when I say that. If we don't come out with something that looks like or tastes like the pink sauce, we're gonna modify the recipe as little as possible to achieve something that looks and tastes closer to how online reviewers have described it.
Can you compare it to anything?
Sweet ranch. It's like sweet mayo.
Also, just as a side
Well,
note,
that's
no
sweet,
one
I
even
guess.
likes this stuff. On her TikTok page, Chef P keeps uploading videos where she forces the sauce onto people, and then everyone's just too polite to say anything negative about
Your
it.
sauce is delicious. You guys need to try
If they
it.
try
This
to
is the woman who practically refuses to try it herself. Blink twice if you're being held here against your will.
To be honest, if this woman ever came up to me and forced me to try our sauce, I would be like, that is the most ratchet shit I've ever tasted in all my damn life. I don't know who the hell you think you are, but you better get the hell away from me, you unprepared cook. Look, I'm gonna go golden round on your ass if you don't leave me. Hey, there you go. Someone do that the next time this happens.
She says, even before she tastes it. And then she refuses to look at the camera.
Ugh.
Yep, you saw the caption. Reviews are coming in, and
Yeah.
they are bad.
But this stuff is delicious, and I don't know what it tastes like.
You don't know what it tastes like, huh? Well, that, my very
Nope.
uncomfortably scripted friend, is what we aim to find out today. So let's try making the
Staying
sauce
the
using
hell
the
away
listed
from that.
ingredients and nutritional facts to figure out the quantities.
We're going to be attempting to make the sauce as it's sort of written out in the ingredients
sort of
and the
written
nutrition
out.
information on the back of the actual pink sauce bottle. We'll explain in the video
Okay.
why we couldn't exactly suss out a recipe, but we did the best we could.
Sauce!
This recipe is
Now
it's pretty sus.
Now we're legally obligated to also make a venting reference. So I'm gonna go over
vent?
here.
Oh,
Vent.
okay.
Vent, vent.
Vent! Here I am. This is me venting. Vent!
Oh, I see it. Oh, there's a vent on the floor.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of venting?
Why are you only wearing
Back to
one
the food
sock,
channel.
Matt?
In order to make a decent sized quantity that we could test on a number of foods, we blended up 10 servings. So each part of the nutritional facts is going to be multiplied by 10 as well.
Oh,
Starting with
God.
the sugar, there are 11 grams of sugar per serving and only 2 listed ingredients that have sugar content: honey and
Honey
dragon
and
fruit.
dragon
Knife.
fruit.
Oh, well,
Okay.
this is really serious.
It is a very serious knife, brought to you by our friend
Andrew. Thanks, Andrew.
Oh,
There you
cool.
go. Speaking of quality merchandise, wow, thanks for commenting on my amazing shirt, Stephanie.
Oh my gosh, your shirt is amazing.
Wow, which is available right below this video. Quality game theory merch.
This one's white.
Not below this video, but below
This
his
one's gonna be
video.
red.
Look, it's like a loot box. Which one are we
Below
gonna get
this
today?
video is the link to
Here we
that
go.
video.
Come on, red, come on. Yes!
Hey!
Red dragon fruit. We used 122 grams of honey,
Nice.
giving us 100 grams of sugar, and 130 grams of dragon fruit, giving us an additional 10 grams of sugar, thereby amounting
Okay.
to 110
Nice.
grams total. Just call us Chef P. Chef P as in Patrick.
Chef P as in precision.
Chef P as in pretty cool.
I think we should keep moving on with the recipe now.
Next up, we
Yeah,
needed
come on,
40
Matt, let's
grams
go.
of fiber. We already have 4 from the honey and dragon fruit, so we still need 36. The only other ingredient on the list that contains any fiber is the garlic, which has 0.2 grams per garlic, so we just need to add 180
Jeez.
cloves? Oh,
Oh my
jeez. This is already
God.
starting to break down. I'm not putting that much garlic in here, so we'll just
Ugh,
do the
who
rest
are
of the
we,
recipe and see
Shrek?
how it goes. The rest of the ingredients are distilled vinegar, water, Himalayan salt, and sunflower seed oil before we get to the less than 2% ingredients. If we go by the 1 gram
Oh,
of fat
man.
per serving, then that means there's only 1 gram of sunflower oil in there. That's pure fat, so that's 10 grams of oil. Though watching the video
Alright,
of
that's
Chef
not too
P making the sauce, we
bad.
seem
What
to
the
disagree on
fuck?
the amount of oil there, P. But I'm gonna continue going by the numbers that you have listed on your official nutrition label. Anyway, we did the same for vinegar and water and about
Oh,
3
boy.
grams of Himalayan salt based on the sodium listed in the nutrition facts.
Nice
Finally,
grind,
the
though.
less than 2% of ingredients, we added 6 grams of spices, which were chili flakes and onion powder, 5 grams of citric acid,
Okay.
a small splash of milk, and lemon juice. After all of that,
Okay,
we were
there we
still
go.
missing a massive amount of fiber, but for the sake of our taste buds and Raleigh, North Carolina's garlic supply, I
Oh,
just added 2
God.
cloves and called it a day. Then we blended it all up and hoped for the best. It's worth pointing out that again, the ingredients are supposed to be listed by the amount used proportionally on the recipe. Our order came out very differently, but in truth, it's
Yep.
just not possible to satisfy these nutritional requirements with the ingredients as they're currently written out.
We're getting ready to blend. We'll get a sense
I
of
don't
what
think this is
color
gonna end well
actually
for
is.
you guys.
Also, before I
or
try
your
this stuff,
stomachs, at
you have
least.
got to subscribe. I am putting my life on the line for you. Look at this. This is disgusting,
I
but
am
I'm testing
subscribed.
it
I've
for
been
science
subscribed
and
for
for your
years.
enjoyment. So if that's not worth a hit of that subscribe button, I don't know what is. Subscribing is free.
Subscribe
a
to
stark
me.
contrast
Subscribe to
from the
him.
amount of medical
Subscribe to
attention I'm
all of
going to
us.
need after this episode.
Huh? Oh,
At first glance, one
bad.
thing was certain. This was not the sauce that Chef P is using. The color is purple,
Oh.
not the Kirby pink that we were hoping for. Dragon fruit,
Nope.
while it provides color, is a watery fruit and left us with a runny broth, not a finger-looking sauce. So, not a great
Oh,
start
come on.
visually, but remember, flavor-wise, we're looking for something that's close to a sweet ranch. And
Wow, that is
Um,
that is a trip for your taste buds.
Oh man,
It is sweet on the front end. It is
Oh.
garlicky throughout.
I'm not a squeamish or picky person. I do not enjoy that flavor.
it sort of had that going for it if you squint really hard, but
Oh,
it
boy.
lacked any kind of creaminess because, again, it has no binding agent or ingredient that creates a sticky, creamy
doesn't
texture.
have
I gotta
any
admit, so far,
cream.
Chef P is failing her mission to, as the bottle says, excite my taste buds and thrill me with their creativity. The only thing creative about all this
Yeah,
is their
no.
creative interpretation of the meaning of numbers.
Of
So,
course
in
you could
order to
even
try and get a
sell
creamier
that. The
texture with a
FDA
color that
needs to
better
approve
resembled
it.
pink sauce, I went rogue and
how?
took 2 different approaches. First, I added some mayonnaise to the mixture that we already made. Why mayo? Well, you see this right here, sitting next to Chef P in this video? I mean, what
is
is
that?
that ingredient? It's white and it's viscous, which honestly doesn't apply to any other ingredient in the sauce. It's not mashed garlic,
it is
because you can
mayo.
see the garlic cloves floating there in the literal vat of oil that she created in the blender. In
God,
fact, I
that's a lot of
suspect that
oil.
mayo may be acting as more than just an ingredient. You notice the yellow capped squeeze bottles that the pink sauce comes packaged in? Why wouldn't your
Yeah.
pink sauce have, I don't know, a pink lid? Yellow is nowhere to be found in her brand, unless
hold
your
on.
main
We got an ad
ingredient is
coming up.
mayonnaise and you happen
We're back.
to have a ton of these yellow capped bottles just sitting around. Repurpose the old mayo bottles, wipe off the label, boom! You've got yourself a brand new product. Anyway, I figured the mayo would help
okay.
build a nice stable creaminess where it's lacking right now. It tasted
I definitely taste the vinegar. I definitely taste the garlic. And I get a little bit of the honey, but not really very much.
For the
Not
other
much,
approach, I
yeah.
got serious. I knew that we were looking for a sweet ranch flavor, so why not just cut to the chase? I mixed our buddy
Ranch.
Hidden Valley Ranch, hashtag not spawn, and the dragon fruit together.
So our sauces are all mixed up.
Yep.
Now it's just time for the taste test.
So on this
Oh,
side, we
God.
have our ranch, which has all of the great seasonings and spices, garlic, vinegar. It's got everything already in there. So all we did was add fruit. And basically we've got some nice
Dragon fruit,
fruity
that.
ranch.
So really this is ranch plus dragon fruit.
Yes, ranch plus dragon fruit, that's it.
Dragon
On
Valley.
this side, we have sort of the opposite. So we have the plain mayonnaise, nothing in it, but we added our whole mixture to it. So in this one, our fruit mixture has the vinegar and the honey and the salt and the garlic and all of that. So
And all of that,
we
yep,
came to
okay.
a similar color and consistency on both
Okay.
I was
sides.
gonna say, from a coloring standpoint, this is pretty much the quintessential pink sauce.
And from a texture
Okay.
standpoint, it seems to be about what we see on TikTok.
Yeah, from the ranch.
Okay.
I mean, it's ranch.
It's
great.
just ranch.
Oh yeah, that just tastes like ranch.
It's just ranch.
You can't taste any of the fruit. You see the pink, but you don't taste anything remotely pink. It tastes
It's
like
ranch,
ranch, which
I
is
tell
lovely.
you,
Who wouldn't like
ranch.
ranch?
Honestly, everyone's making a big deal about like, no, why does it cost $20 for one of these bottles?
Okay.
It's because she's buying this plus like a $5 fruit. A dragon fruit's expensive.
They are. They're really expensive.
Each one's $5. You gotta charge a lot for that.
Damn.
Okay, ready? We're gonna go for the mayo plus mixture.
Oh god.
I kind of like it.
What?
It's pretty good.
I'm ashamed of
What?
myself right now.
It's a sweet mayo. It's mayo with a kick.
You definitely
It's-
still don't taste the dragon fruit.
No.
In
Okay, you
either
still
one.
don't taste
Absolutely not.
So the main ingredient in both of these is the mayo and the ranch.
Yeah.
The other stuff is just seasonings, and then the
If
color.
that.
Yeah, I mean the only thing.
And then the color,
only thing
so-
that this dragon fruit is even doing is just color. That's
It's-
nothing else. So what
So
I
the
think we
dragon
need to
fruit
do is
isn't giving
actually
anything,
combine
but
these
the-
two
but the
guys
color,
to
that's
get
it.
the final pink sauce.
And then we'll dunk some chicken.
Yeah.
That is the silverware drawer. I
Do
don't
you
know.
know? Do you know where things are?
I do.
It's your kitchen,
I
man.
do, but I'm on camera and I
Hey,
checked on
man,
the
it happens
Oh,
all the
that's it.
time.
That's
Relax.
it. Sweet ranch.
So this is it. Homemade pink sauce. Plus, you can refrigerate it at home.
Hey!
Which is a big win.
That's
that way you
good.
can get a viral video without the virus. Only one thing left to do. The chicken test.
Chills.
Slather it in there like she
Oh
does in the
yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I pray for you guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
videos. Acceptable.
So what is
It's
the pink
okay,
sauce? Well, we can
acceptable.
say for
That's
certain
something.
that it's not what's listed on the label. Very
Hmm.
clearly, there's a major thickening or binding agent that's in this sauce that's just outright missing from the labeling. From
Just
here, we have
not
to enter into the realm of
added to
speculation,
some
but
shit.
having spent the last week testing the sauce and zooming and enhancing every video of it I can find, I believe the actual recipe for the sauce is a combination of both of our tests. If it tastes like sweet
Hmm.
ranch, Occam's razor, folks, it may just be full of ranch. The heat that people talk about is from
Okay,
the chili
so
powder, like
maybe
Chef
that's not
P
too
says
bad.
herself on TikTok. Then there's a bit of sweetness from the honey that she shows in her oh so helpful infographic. That leaves us with only one thing left, the color. Now on her TikTok she
Which
shows
is
red
the
dragon
red
fruit
dragon
being
fruit.
used. This video, by the way, looks and sounds like a murder basement. Now, to be fair, red
Completely.
dragon fruit does produce a deep red color, so maybe she really is using the fruit as it's listed in the ingredients. That said, it's pretty far down the ingredients list, and
Where
what
is
we
it?
found was that we had to add a heck of a lot of the stuff in order to achieve the
Ooh.
color that we were going for. Dragon fruit is also an expensive ingredient, and it's adding a lot of
Very
work just to
expensive. What
achieve
you
the
said,
color. That
$5
said, if we used
for
dragon
fruit?
fruit powder, which you can buy on Amazon, we actually had to use much less. It made things much more cost effective, and we didn't have to change the flavor of the sauce at all. So, pink sauce, it's basically
that's
just
good, at
ranch,
least.
honey, dragon fruit powder, and a little chili. Maybe some mayo thrown in there for extra creaminess, and the bottle. So why
Huh.
lie about your ingredients? Well, the recipe for pink sauce isn't rocket
Well, now
science,
it
and
makes
neither is
sense.
the question. When you experience even a glimmer of fame on the internet, you know that you have a very short window of time to make something out of it. Looking at Chef
Yep.
P's TikTok pre-sauce, you can see that she was already posting regularly, creating formats for herself, building a personal brand. She wasn't a person who accidentally became famous on the internet. She very
This woman surprisingly reminds me of that dumbass that used the Gorilla Glue spray to flatten all hell down and then had to get it surgically undone. Idiots.
intentionally became famous on the internet and then tried to capitalize on it. Was she ready to launch a sauce brand? No,
Nope.
clearly
No,
not.
she
Again,
was
we're
not.
way out of theory land and pretty far into speculation land at this point, but my guess is that she saw a 1 in a million opportunity and was so afraid of losing it that she rushed in and cut corners, both in the labeling and in the quality of the product that she was producing. She was
She
afraid of
still
losing
didn't
her
know what
niche, so she
FDA
refused to share
stands
her
for.
ingredients just in case someone came in and scooped her sauce along the way. At the end of the day, don't buy the pink sauce. Duh, but also
Yeah,
don't
no
really
shit,
buy
don't
stuff
buy
in
it.
general from people you might not be able to trust on the internet. Feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but here we are, friends. If you'd like
Yep.
to try the pink sauce,
I mean,
then
come on.
make your own. It's not hard. We gave you basically the recipe here.
There you
And
go.
remember, the next time you see Pepto-Bismol in a bottle being peddled online,
Hmm.
maybe you just give that one a strong pass.
Yeah,
but
no
hey,
duh.
that's just a theory. A food theory.
Bon appetit.
She has this giant
Huh?
blender full of sunflower.
I mean,
oil.
it's like a vat of oil. She's gonna pour that
It's like
on
a
somebody at the Castle
gallon
Gates.
of
I mean,
fooling-
it's enormous.
of oil.
She's gonna
I was
pour
just
it
about
on
to say
someone at the
fooling.
Castle Gates. Is it boiling? I just imagine don't oil.
What's going on now?
Gross.
No, just really slippery.
They would be deterred.
Well, here we go. Bloopers for the end. That's funny.
I just imagine it being like one of those Japanese game shows where they're trying to climb up the slippery steps. It's just, whoa! And all the knights in their armor feel
Yeah,
like,
this is
whoa!
nice fun end. Okay. And there we go, folks. Okay, so, that is where I'm going to end off today's video. So, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Down in the description will be a link to the original video. Remember to support the original creator and all they do. And
The
I'll
all new 2 for $5
and I'll see all of you folks later. Peace.